On the road from Jerusalem to Jericho, Jesus tells the parable of the Good Samaritan. He speaks about a man who was robbed, beaten, and left for dead on the side of the road. He then tells of a priest who was coming along the road, saw the man, and crossed to the other side. He then speaks of a Levite who likewise saw the man and crossed the way. But then Jesus tells of a third man, the Samaritan, the despised outcast of his day. And when he saw the man, he took compassion on him, and he stopped. He took the man to a nearby inn, and he paid for his medical expenses. And Jesus tells us that if we take mercy on those next to us, that we are the neighbor. So go and do likewise. So today, as we walk the same dry, dusty road from Jerusalem to Jericho, here lies a small, marginalized community of Bedouins. With threats of demolition, this small Bedouin community, who was displaced after the creation of the State of Israel in 1948 from the Negev, now finds itself nestled between an Israeli settlement block and the West Bank. The Israeli government is calling for the demolition of the village and forcible relocation of the community of al-Ahmar to a different location in order to expand the settlement block. In the past, some structures have been demolished, but now the entire village is under threat of demolition, including a school made of mud and tires. For more than 70 years now, Palestinians have endured the ongoing Nakba. What started with their being forced to leave their homes, having their land taken away, and having their villages razed to the ground continues to this day. One people's triumph was another's catastrophe. So when we look at this small, marginalized community, a community that was displaced in the early 1950s by the State of Israel, do we not see the suffering of the struggling people in need? Today we find ourselves in a similar situation. We see those that are suffering and marginalized, and we have to ask ourselves, who will we be? Will we be like the priest and the Levite who pass by without caring for those next to us? Or will we stop and do what Jesus told us by going and doing likewise like the Samaritan?